Hello there, I'm Jo Brand, and I'm absolutely delighted to be here today on behalf of Bermondsey Welcomes Refugees to talk to Khadija Alamary, who's from Syria and fled, in fact, from war-torn Syria in 2017 with her family and ended up in a rural North Devon, I believe, which is somewhere actually I go to quite a lot. So we'll have to talk about that and compare ice cream when we get round to just saying hello to you. Just to say how you came to be over here, Khadija, it was part of a community sponsorship scheme, and you supported your own family to integrate into the community into which you moved. And I believe that you were so good at it that you've started doing the same brilliant job for other families that have arrived here. Now, you've also gained many qualifications, once again, a bit better than I've done, and I've been here a lot longer, and really sort of settled in well. So we're here today just to, well, say welcome, obviously. You've been here a while, I know, but also just to talk about your views of how the whole thing has developed, how you find it here, what some of the pitfalls have been, what the good bits have been, and generally just talk about how you feel as part of a new community. So first of all, let's say hi, Khadija.
Hi, Joe. Thank you for having me in this nice interview. Thank you.
No, it's an absolute pleasure. And may I say, you look amazing. And maybe I even need a makeup lesson from you at some point because I've slapped mine on a bit too much this morning. I should also say Ramadan Mubarak. Have I pronounced that correctly?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Ramadan Mubarak. Thank you, Joe.
Now, to start at the beginning of literally your journey, as far as I'm aware, many Syrians are forced to travel to a country they want to settle in or away from the horror of the war in Syria illegally. But in fact, I understand that you travelled in a very different way, didn't you? You were sort of sponsored to
Yeah.
come. How did that work? Can you just tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, I came to here by community sponsorship by my community called Equal Foundation. Yeah, and I have calling from UNHCR when I was in Jordan, and they asked me if you would like to go to the UK, you can come to have interview tomorrow in the morning. And I directly, in 1 minute, I decide, yes, I can. I would like to go. And actually, next day, what happened? I went to the UNHCR office, and we did interview me and all my family.
Well, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, we are going in progress with the paper, more interview.
Right.
Yeah, there are all of these things, what they are doing for the people who they are coming to here.
Yeah. And we'll talk at some point about, at that point, what you thought the UK would be like. And now you're actually here, you know, what it actually is like. Let's just do that now. Actually, before you came, how did you think it would be? Did you think you would be living in a city, or you would be living more in a rural environment in the countryside?
Actually, through the interview, which I did it before, they asked me, where would you like to live?
Oh, okay.
In the cities or in the village or in the towns? I told them I'm from the towns and village, so
Yeah.
I like the village. So I told them I never mind if I'm in the village, and this has happened, and I love it.
Yeah. Now, what's your villages in North Devon? Is it called Georgian? Is that right?
Georgian, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, by the sea.
Yeah. Wow. How lovely. And
Yeah, it's nice and great.
before you came, what did you think it would be like?
Actually, I have a small idea about the culture and the environment, how's the people in here, but not as you in touch with them.
Sure,
It's
sure.
yeah.
Did you think? I bet the comedians in Britain are really good, especially the women. Anyway, so when you first arrived, it must have been such a different environment for you. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yes.
what were the biggest challenges that you faced? What did you find hardest, and how did you find people?
Yeah, the first thing I feel all when I arrived in November, mid of November, and the days it was really short, comparative between where I was before, because I was
Yeah,
in Jordan, and you know Jordan is really hot and light, and long days in the day. When I come to here at 4 o'clock, it was really dark. I'm just so surprised. The days end at 4 o'clock. Yeah, but by the time I can manage that, and I'm happy with that time, and I can organize my things during the day. For the people, I'm just so surprised. I was a bit worried how I can communicate with the people in here. Yeah, and you know, especially with the language,
yes,
the English is not my language. I know the bit when I was in the school and university, but not as the UK accent. I learned American accent, so I feel
oh, I
it's a bit
see.
different. Yeah, a bit different. Yeah, but by the days I manage that, and everything is lovely in here, and the people, especially in North Devon, Georgia, they are really kind, and they are really helpful. Or everyone just come to say to me, "You are welcome. I can help. How I can help," and that's great. Lovely.
Oh,
Feel
well,
me warm.
yeah, I'm really pleased to hear that. And when you talk about the accent as well, the thing is, if you knew an American accent, there is like an English accent, but if you go into different parts of the country, the Devon accent, that in London, where people don't live in Devon, we all think people in Devon speak like this. Oh, how are you doing, love? All right, is it? And a lot of the time, it's hard. It's hard for us to sort of understand what people. So you had, in a way, you had a sort of double challenge, really, didn't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. And my teacher in the college, she's always told me, this is American accent. Don't say it company. This is company.
But your English is so good. I mean,
Oh,
it really is. It's fantastic. So what did your children make of it over here? Did they? Well, how old were they when they first arrived?
yeah, when I first arrived, my oldest one, Mohammed, he was nearly 8. Hassan, he was 6.5. Diana, she was 2.5. So
Wow.
they are still, yeah, when we arrived, they are still young, but they are now grown up. They have nice friends, good relationships with the teachers, the school, the children. They are doing really amazing.
And is it a big village, Georgium, or is it quite small?
Quite small.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. You like that, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me in my village in Syria. It was
Yeah.
quite small, and everyone he knows each to one to others. So so lovely.
Yeah, and because I also grew up in a village in Kent, which is sort of south of London, which was very well. There was nothing to do there at all, and so everyone was very happy there until they were a teenager, and then they were very bored and they didn't want to live there anymore. But yeah. But I think growing up in a village is lovely.
Yeah.
How do you think everybody perceived you? What did they think about you when you arrived? Did you get an idea of people's attitudes?
Not too much because in the beginning I didn't know the people how they are thinking.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah, but they are good. They are lovely. After that, yeah, I have many helping from them, from the community, from the team. team teachers from the school, the college, even in the village. Yeah, I have, yeah, like a good support for me.
And you've done so much since you arrived over here. I mean, you're quite highly qualified, even before you came. What was the job that you did in Syria?
Yeah, I was a teacher, Arabic teacher.
And
Yeah,
what age children did you teach?
A level 1 and A level 2.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Were you a nice teacher or were you a scary, strict teacher?
Um, you can ask my students.
I
It's
will do.
better.
Well, from what I know so far, you seem like a really nice, non-scary teacher. So
Oh, thank
so
you.
that's a good thing. And
You can ask my children because I teach them.
oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Are
to
they
keep
good
it
students?
our language. Yeah,
Yeah. Are they good students?
yeah, not always.
No, it's
You
not.
know, the naughty boys. I have the middle one. He's always told me, "Don't be a teacher. You are my mom, not a teacher."
Oh. No, I can kind of see what he means in a way. I suppose also with lockdown happening as well, most
Yeah,
mums and dads are being teachers at the moment, aren't they? Well,
yeah,
everyone's gone back to school now, but that must have been very difficult.
yeah. I was. Yeah, I was teaching them the school things and alongside the Arabic. So many things, many subjects in the same time.
Now, you've got some qualifications since you came over here, haven't you? What extra qualifications have you added?
I did health and safety, foods, and I did maths GCSE, and I'm doing now English functional skills. Hopefully, I
Wow.
pass it and finish this year.
And how have you found the maths? Was it difficult?
No, the maths is so much easier than
Is it?
English. Yeah,
Is it? I
yeah,
suppose, yeah, I suppose because maths is numbers, isn't it? And everybody, numbers are universal in a way. But you find English hard, do you?
yeah. The English harder. Yeah,
What is your favourite English word?
the love,
What is it?
love.
Oh, wow. What a perfect answer. That's absolutely lovely. Now, does the community ambassador job that you do work? Because you have, I think, have put a lot of time and effort into helping other people who've arrived over here settle in. What does that involve?
Actually involve many things, many sides. The first thing I'm just telling the community or the group how we can um, see the people, how is them culture, to teach them a bit about them, how they like, how they didn't like. And, we have special culture in the houses. We would like to have these or not. And also for the language, some paper I can help them to translate and to translate also by the phone when their families they are coming and the teachers in the school. So the main things is like I'm a link between the group and the family.
Right. I
Yeah,
think that is so important as well, isn't it, really, to when you come to somewhere where you
yeah.
don't know anything about the culture at all. Let, what do you think of what do you think about British people? You can be as horrible as you like. I hate them. Anyway, no, I don't.
Why? I love them.
You love them. No, I'm only joking anyway. But what do you think of sort of aspects of British culture? Were there some things that you found kind of difficult to understand, or that you think are weird, or that you think are funny,
Uh,
or
Everything is all right. I managed everything and understand it, and but something until now I can't imagine do it as them. It's I have a dog in the home. I can't. The dogs.
What?
Everyone have dogs. Everyone here have dog in here, but I can't. I have scared about the dog.
If our dog was here, I'd go and get it and wave it at you. Hey, look, here it is.
Oh.
Is it
By the screen is okay, not come to me.
Is it because in your culture dogs do not come into people's houses?
I don't know. Just I feel scary. My children, they are okay and they are playing all the time. Ask me, Mommy, we need a dog. We need a pet. Papi, no. All the time.
No.
I can't.
Oh, that's interesting. And how do you find the language now? Are there bits of the language that you still find difficult to understand, or?
Yeah, actually, to be honest, yeah. Sometimes I feel I need to improve more my language. This is the language. I can't manage that in 3 years or 4 years. I need.
And I think people only learn languages by actually living in a place where the language is spoken all the time and over years and years, because I suppose there are so many different layers of language, aren't there? And cultural references that people have, and you only kind of pick that up as you go along, I suppose.
Yeah, actually, when I came to here, I didn't worry about the language because I have a good idea about the English. I told you I learned English in the school when I was young and in university, but I feel I need to be like perfect English accent
You
also.
are perfect in English.
Yeah.
You are already. What about your husband? How does he find it here?
Nearly the same. Yeah, nearly the same. Yeah, and he's doing really well with the language more than me.
And do you like things? Does he like sort of, the British male? And I'm not being unfair, really. I think the female as well, to a certain extent, but they are obsessed with sport. Does your husband like sport?
Not too much.
Football or? Yeah,
my children, they love sport.
Do they?
Cycling, football, they like it.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's reassuring to hear of one man that doesn't like sport.
Yeah, it's not in our culture to have a sport.
Yeah. I suppose it's funny, isn't it, with different cultures? Because in this country, when people could not have football during lockdown, some of the people, the way they reacted to it, they were so depressed. Then as soon as football came back, they were all right again. So, I suppose different cultures have different priorities.
I'm not good with this also. I like walking by the beach. That's it. That's enough.
Have you been swimming in the sea?
Not yet. Yeah, I try last year because the water is still really cold.
I know.
Maybe this year.
You must miss nice, lovely, warm, clear water, I would think, do you?
Yeah. In Syria, the sea, it's really warm.
Yeah.
As in here. In here, it's a start to be warm.
Yeah.
With the weather.
Well, that's true, but it never really gets that warm. I mean, I did a show a few years ago, and I went swimming in the sea in February, and I know.
It's frozen.
Good job, I've got 17 layers of skin covering me. All padded out. I don't think even in the summer you just have to sort of run in there and go woo and brave it, But yes, it never really gets really warm. It's better to go in a swimming pool, I think. And what about English food? That must be quite different. How do you rate English food?
No, it's hard the question. English food. It's
Yeah.
completely different. It's not the
Yeah, I
same.
know.
Yeah, but I love the fish and chips in here.
Do you? Great.
Yeah,
I
it's really
suppose
famous.
being near the sea as well,
Yeah.
you get much better fish, I would have thought. Um, and do you do sort of do you cook your children much British food? Do they sort of like things that you look at and think, oh, I don't want to give them that?
No. In the beginning, in the school, when they have the meals, when they back to home, ask me, "Mommy, I didn't eat really well because I didn't know what that."
Oh, no, I can imagine that. The kids
Yeah,
are
but
really hard to get to eat
yeah,
things.
but by the time then they ask me, "Mommy, can you please the same meal which I have it in the school?" And yeah, sometimes I ask Carrie, which he is the she's cooker in the school, to let me know what's the meal, what's called the meal. Yeah, to know. And they love jacket potato with the beans with cheese.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
Oh, me too. Do you love jacket potato?
yeah, I love it. Yeah, with the
Yeah,
cheese.
yeah, absolutely. Um, and what do you watch British television? Do you watch many things on TV?
I was watching Mr. Tumble
Oh, okay, yes. Not
in the
much.
beginning to learn the English with my children.
Oh, okay. Mr.
Uh,
Tumble's very cheerful, isn't he?
yeah, yeah, and sometimes I'm just watching the news.
Yeah,
Yeah, I try to all the time put the news. Yeah, I can understand more words, understand what's happened around me. Yeah,
yeah. And I should think every sort of month or year brings just much more kind of understanding of, like we were saying, the sort of side of language that you really need to live in a country to understand. And
yeah.
are there many Syrian families living near you at all?
Um, the nearest family, it's in Bronton.
Right. How far is
Yeah,
that away?
15 minutes by the car.
Right. Okay. And do you see them very often? How are they getting on?
We used to before COVID, but now
Of
it's
course. Yeah.
difficult. Yeah, but now it's difficult. And other family in Ilfocom,
Oh,
and
right.
they,
Okay.
yeah, and she's my sister and my
Oh, your
brother-in-law.
sister's in Ilfracombe. How
Yeah,
lovely.
yeah. She arrived recently in February.
Right.
Yeah,
And how's
and
she getting on? That's
yeah,
very recent, isn't it? Is she okay?
yeah, she's good and she's getting to be settling more, and her children and her husband. Actually, her husband, he's Mahmoud's brother. So two brothers and
Oh,
two sisters. It's,
no. That I think you should write a sitcom.
yeah,
That
this
would
is
be
like
brilliant.
a special.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really special. And do you think that British people, on the whole, are kind of welcoming to refugees?
Sorry.
Do you think British people, when refugees come over, they say they welcome them? Are they kind and are they
Yeah, they
friendly?
are. They are. Absolutely, they are. They
Because
are
I,
really kind. Yeah,
yeah,
and they are really welcoming. I've been in Georgia. I'm in here nearly three years and nearly 5 months, and they are doing with me amazing. They are really nice, kindly, friendly.
yeah. Well, I'm so pleased to hear that because I think to some extent Britain does maybe have a little bit of a reputation of not being very friendly sometimes, but I personally I've found that that's not true at all, really. That when you go to ordinary people's homes and talk to them, people are friendly and they just want to help, really. So
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. And do you plan to do much more studying or
Uh,
exams? I don't.
this year, no, just
Oh,
I
good.
want to finish the English. I didn't know. I haven't like serious plan. Yeah, I have a plan, but I didn't decide yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, to do my, maybe I can do a degree. It
Okay.
depends. It depends how I
Absolutely.
can do, how I can manage with the children.
Well, I suppose once the children get older and they become more independent, you hopefully will have more time to do
It
things.
depends, and I'm working now. I will
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
What's your work like?
As ambassador and for the Bookwood Foundation and volunteer also.
And so, if what would a normal day be like for you?
Normal day.
Is every day different? Like
Yeah,
maybe
every day different. Some days I haven't anything,
right.
and suddenly I have many things by calling, letters, emails.
Oh, so each day is very different, and you don't know.
Yeah,
Well, I think that's a good thing in a way, isn't it? Because at least you don't get bored.
yeah. Sometimes I feel that's much better to
Yeah.
be like full day, not boring day.
No, absolutely. To be busy.
Yeah.
And what do you miss about Syria? What are the main things that you miss? Well, the weather probably, I would imagine, for a start.
Yeah, the sunny and yeah, the warm.
People. I'm sure you miss lots of people.
Yeah, my family, my mom and
Yeah.
dad.
Do you manage
I've
to keep
been
in touch with
nearly
them all?
9 years. I didn't see them.
Yeah, yeah. No,
It's
that
not
must be
easy.
very difficult for you. Do you keep in touch with them on Zoom or on
Not always because the internet in Syria is really bad, and if they
yeah,
have, it's really expensive also.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Uh, as I can, as they can.
well, no,
Yeah.
absolutely. I suppose that's just how it has to be, really. And so, Khadija, one thing that's absolutely wonderful is that you and your family won Newcomers of the Year award. Would you like to tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, actually, we have awards in 2018 for the families newer coming for by the community sponsorship.
Right. And you must have been were you delighted, I would think. And did they give you a trophy or something? Or
Yeah, I feel I pass like important step in my life in here.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. Because it seems to me that you are somebody who is really like making an effort, to be part of your community, which I think is kind of so important
Yeah,
for everybody.
to feel warm and between your people who you are love them and love you and help
Absolutely.
share everything in your life.
And you seem like such a lovely, warm person. I think you can really kind of teach people a lot as well. Those one or two people that need a little bit of a little bit of more knowledge in their lives and friendship. I would say that's lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, not at all. Um, so how do you feel then about helping refugees, and what do you think you bring to the community?
Actually, this is amazing step for our life when we are coming to here. So our life just completely change. We feel safe and uh, we have lovely people around us and support us all the time, even until now, this moment. And I would like to help as I can all the people who they are coming and to help all the community sponsorship and encourage them to have more families because they change the life from dark side to light side. It's amazing. Give us the hope, the safe, the warm, and also the love, the important thing.
Well, that's
And
lovely to
yeah,
hear that. Thank you. That's brilliant. Khadija, can I just say thanks so much for speaking to us? It was so interesting and you were absolutely lovely, and I hope our paths cross again, and thanks to Bermondsey Welcomes Refugees for making it possible.
Thank you, Jo. It's nice to see you and to having me in lovely interview. Thank you.
Thanks.